woke up an hour earlier than normal. I usually wake up at 3. That's beside the point. I hope everybody's had a blessed day. Um, I read a question earlier on Google about NASA, I think, put it out there about what would people do about the the waste problem in outer space and as well as on Earth. To me, you know, um, when I was in seventh grade, I got bored real easy. Could spell words that I shouldn't know how to spell. I knew things I shouldn't have known, but that's beside the point. Um, I got bored real easy in school. I got bullied a lot, so I withdrew and went inside myself and learned as much as I could learn about everything. I had blueprints of houses, dome houses, and blueprints of flying cars and all kind of stuff. And anyway, to make a long story short, on the waste problem, first of all, we were not supposed to have as much products for sale as we do in my mind. Okay, um, because number one is something like E. coli is in one of the products, then everybody that buys it gets sick. In my mind, there was supposed to be grow your own food. Everybody grow your own food, like the way it used to be. And if you didn't have the land for it, then you take one of your houses and you make a greenhouse. Now, yeah, there was work involved, but it was better than getting poisoned or say if chemical warfare come out. Okay, the water system, was different. In my mind, it was, you know, it took and filled water coolers up, kept them full all the time, you know, at a place, one place, just one. I mean, not just one for one city. I mean, just for your for their local area, you know. I mean, it would have worked because you'd have one. You'd have instead of having 30,000 grocery stores, you'd probably have half that in water stations. And if there was something that you needed that you couldn't grow, you'd have a store for that. Not all the stores that you've got now, not all these places that makes these things and puts them in containers that will not is not biodegradable. In my mind, everything was grown in either on land or a dome house, and you ate it fresh. Uh, like Pepsi Cola, if you want Pepsi Cola, all you had to do was take some of your water and put the flavoring that would be made out of one place in your area. You'd pick it up, buy that, and use the same container to drink out of like you do for a glass of water. You know, things would have been a lot different, um, and the place would be so much more spacious and so much more beautiful than concrete cities, concrete jungles. So it would have been a lot different. I mean, of course, yes, you would have. stores to, make things that you couldn't grow. Like, of course, you would have to have guns for hunting. You know, the Bible tells you that some of the animals was put here, some of them was put here for us to eat, you know, for meat, you know, or you grow, not grow, well, yeah, grow. You have calves and let them grow up and you have steaks, and stay away from the pork, it's bad for you. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point is, what we did have to get from a store, if it was to fall out of your car or something like that, within a week it would be degraded, and you'd never even know it fell out. You'd never even know it was there. And everything that we got in the mail system would be biodegradable. I mean, it wasn't supposed to be like this in my mind. It wasn't supposed to be like this. And of course, of course, you have to have metal, like for, say, for instance, like Elon Musk and his team. Okay, that kind of metal is never gonna go bad. It's never gonna. I mean, it has to be fixed from time to time, I'm sure, but it's gonna be used over and over and over. That's the kind of thing that I was thinking when I was drawing these blueprints, that you would use biodegradable stuff in case it fell out of your house, or you know fell out of your car or whatever. It would, if it hit the ground and the weather did a number on it, it would be gone within a week. You'd never even know it's there. As far as the water system, um, there was a store that would be in your local area that you would go up and you would fill water machines up, or they would deliver them most likely to your home. Okay, that would be their business. Okay, but all these other businesses is crazy. Um, People went nuts for the almighty dollar. You know, um, it doesn't make any sense to me at all. Now, in my mind, the homes were dome houses, and the top of it was a very thick. And I had come up with the idea of plexiglass and metal, okay, but not metal that was where you couldn't see through. It was fine metal, like mesh wire, but strong and thick plexiglass for the sun to come through, and but not enough to burn, what you were growing. Okay, now, and it would withstand the solar flares, in outer space, or here on Earth, it would withstand the storms we have. And when you went into the dome part, that was the entrance to your house, and then you would go downstairs, and it would go up underground. Okay, um, and of course the waste would go through to a biodegradable thing, and it would have been beautiful. It'd have been perfect. I mean, the cars, if they needed oil, they didn't have to go out and buy 40,000 containers of oil. All they had to do was take their car to a local place. That would have been another business. The businesses would have been cut in half. The only big businesses there would be like stuff that had to build for us to go into outer space, or the military, or stuff like that, or if there was something that you couldn't grow and needed, like salt, you know, um, it would be delivered to you. I mean, life would have been a little rough as far as growing, but it would have been a lot safer. I'm telling you that. Now, not too many years ago, I remember this story like it was yesterday. There was a guy that had HIV, and I'm not putting anybody down that's got HIV. It happens, you know. Um, and then they got, they got help that you can get for it. But this gentleman was angry because he had it, and he went to a machine, a Pepsi machine, and he drank some Pepsi out of a cup, and then he turned right around and they caught him, but it was too late because some people had already drank from it, and they got him for attempted murder. Um, he's still in prison, and he should have known better. Anyway, that's the side point. He turned around and poured some of what he had drank in all the machines. And then all these people that came in behind him that got Pepsi or Coca Cola or whatever it was that they poured it in, I think it was Pepsi, had HIV then. And they were PO'd. So he went down. Okay. So you see what I'm saying? And there would have been no E. coli, or if somebody wanted to come at us with chemical warfare, they couldn't do it because the machines for us would be in our homes. You know, and you get the drift, you get my drift. It would have been totally different and been more, it'd been so much more beautiful. And all this concrete clutter wouldn't be here. It would just be beauty. Anyway, it goes. I could go into more detail. I just ain't got time. Okay, I don't have that much time on my phone. uh, but yeah, it would have been a little work to it, but everybody got to have some backbone to make it through this life. I love all of you. I really do. Each and every one of you unconditionally. Much love, honor, and respect to all of you.